Right then, welcome back. My name is Stephen Howson, and this is how to beat Fulham. And you're going, Steve, Fulham are already relegated. Why do we need to know how to beat them? Well, the reason it's called How to Beat is because it's a preview. And as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best tactical previews out here in YouTube world. You know what I'm saying? So this is how to beat them. This is how you set up against them. This is how you probably beat them. And the way United are coming into this, we really do need to know how to beat them if we're going to be making sure that we are secure in second place. It's not about the top four, it's about second place. And actually, the form Liverpool are in, they look like they're going to sneak into the top four as well, don't they? Anyway, Fulham are 18th. They are already relegated from the Premier League. They're kind of playing for pride and have probably got nothing to lose. They have failed to win in their last 8 league games with 7 losses and 1 draw, which was at Arsenal at the Emirates. Lol. They have only won 3 away games all season, and one of those actually came against Liverpool at Anfield. This game is at Old Trafford, and there is going to be fans in there. I believe 8,000 United fans are going to be in there. I decided against applying after speaking to my old man, who I apply with, and we decided that it was just going to be too weird. You can't celebrate, you can't sing. It just felt like, what's the point? This is going to be such a bizarre experience that I didn't want to experience it, so I didn't apply. Half the office is going, though. Half the lads that are in here are going to be going. So I think on the fan channel we will have some content coming from Old Trafford. Right then, Starman, who's the one that we need to be looking out for? Who is the danger man, if you can call him that, in Fulham? Well, it's Ademola Lookman. He is on loan from RB Leipzig. He's got 4 goals and 4 assists in 30 league games, which obviously is not elite. Obviously isn't deadly, but he is their most dangerous player. He's a very good dribbler. He's excellent 1v1, and he's very direct. He's got pace to burn. He is the 5th in the league for players dribble past. He's got 83 dribbles so far this season. And in a team which is without spark, without any sort of prolific striker, I think he is Fulham's danger man, and he is a bit of a match winner on his day, especially on the counter, which is what you're probably going to be expecting them to do. Fulham have chopped and changed their formation throughout the season as they've been trying to find the thing that's going to work for them. The 4-2-3-1 has been pretty stable, so I think it's safe to say that the 4-2-3-1 has been what Scott Parker is favouring the most, even though that he has mixed it up with a 3-4-2-1 at times, and that's the formation that he opted for last time out, which was a 3-2 defeat to Southampton. So we're going to roll with that. We're going to go with a 3-4-1-2, and we're going to go with Areola, Tete, Anderson, Adarabiayo, Brian Lemire, Reid, Carvalho, Anguissa, Lookman, and Meyer in a 3-4-2-1. That's what I think they're going to go with. They also play very narrow, very compact, especially when defending, and they attempt to move up the play as a unit holding a tight line. This is a Sacchi thing from Milan, 88 to like 91 sort of time, where he never wanted more than a 30-metre distance between the centre-half and the centre-forward. That is a very tight unit. On a pitch, when you've got, 1/3 of a pitch has got your entire 11 in it, especially when you make it narrow, you're looking to try and go up and down the pitch in that sort of system. There's not a lot of through balls to be had. They play offside. They deny space in the middle, so you look to have to use pace, dribbling, going around over the top or around them is the way that you manage to beat them. They have been very successful in catching the opposition offside. They have pressed fairly high all season. The fullbacks are frequently engaged in the other team's half when it comes to a build-up. A mid-block is likely to be their defensive setup, and one that incorporates a higher line than most of the sitting deep or low blocks that we come up against. It's a very compact defensive shape, and it's been crucial for that high number of interceptions that they get, and also one of the tightest defenses in the league, despite how poor they are overall as a team. They are second to last in goals scored with 24, which has been their massive Achilles heel all season, because defensively, they're just a little bit below average, with the 12th best defence in the league conceding 50. It's obviously not a great combination to have. Goals are what you need to win games, and they just really don't have that in them. Now, they are a team that doesn't really tend to be expansive defensively, and they are quite well drilled. That's why they've got such a good defence. But they rely on maintaining defensive solidity and shape and being alive to loose passes and hitting second balls. That's really what they're all about. They also lead the line in defensive clearances, so they're used to soaking up pressure, they're used to last-ditch defending and just clearing the thing. Quite impressively, 11 different players in Fulham's team have made more than one interception per night of this season, which tells you that they're well drilled, but they're also alert and they're looking for trying to win second balls. I mean, this is like such a League One, League Two kind of thing. But second balls are massively important. When you see lazy players that aren't going for it, usually that means you're doomed to relegation. The reason this Fulham team have been doomed to relegation is if they can't put the ball in the back of the net. Not to the same extent Brighton have got the lack of striker issue, but Fulham just have not been able to put the ball in the back of the net, and that is why they've struggled this season. They also lead the league in dribbles completed successfully and boast the second highest success rate behind Aston Villa, brackets Jack Grealish. They have 2 players in the top 5 for dribbled past, with Lookman in 5th and Anguissa in 3rd, who's a midfielder. So it tells you what their operation is that they're looking to get on the ball and move it forward themselves rather than create neat little triangles and patterns of play and stuff. Their forward players like to carry the ball and be expressive in the final third, as opposed to, because they're not getting numbers forward, they're sort of having to go it alone a little bit. But they do like to get wide. They do like to isolate their wingers 1v1 against fullbacks, and that's something that I think Wan-Bissaka will cope with, and Luke Shaw will probably be all right with as well. But that is how they're going to try and attack us. Now, they're decent in possession for a team that likes to have, they do tend to have a tiny bit more of the ball than their opposition, but their average gets dragged down because when they come in the bigger games, it really drops down. So they've got 49% of possession in their matches, but that's heavily skewed by when they come up against like the big 6 sort of teams, they really have no possession whatsoever. One of the hallmarks of their play has been a real interest in driving down that left-hand side, the left-hand side in particular, with Robinson often drifting forward to combine well with Lookman in that area. I don't know if they'll think they'll get a lot of success out of Wan-Bissaka because he is so good defensively 1v1, but I think that's something they're going to try and maybe take advantage of. Whoever plays in front of Wan-Bissaka is generally not given much defensive responsibility because they usually go, he's got it, he'll be all right. So how do United beat them then? I'm going with a fairly strong United team. We've had a little bit of a break. I think we need to actually put a win on the board now. I think that Liverpool performance was shite. I think we have to be a lot better. So the team I'm going with then is Hendo, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw. It'll be Bailly and Lindelof at centre-half with no Maguire. And I want to try something different because Fulham operate the way they operate, because they're so tight, because they're going to be so compact. I'm going with 2 number 8s that want to play football and wingers who want to dribble. So I'm going with a 4-3-3. It's about time we saw United do this with Bruno and Pogba, Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, and Cavani down the middle. It's a very attacking United lineup. We're at home. We've got fans back. You're playing an already relegated team. This is the fucking time to try and turn it on. And let's see how it might look if we got a world-class number 6. Can there be a bit of balance about the way we play it? That's what I would be looking to go for in this. If United play to 80% of their capabilities, we should absolutely swat them aside. Even at 50%, there should be enough in there to nick a 0-0. To nick a 1-0, sorry. We need to go into the Europa League Final looking good. We need to go in with confidence. It's a simple thing as that is. We need to overcome the lack of Maguire because I'm not sure he's going to make it for the Europa Final. We have to apply ourselves a lot more than we did against Liverpool. We have to look ahead towards the Europa League and try and find some form ahead of that game because otherwise we're going to struggle. Let's try and put the game to bed nice and early. Let's try and have a very expressionate match. That's what I think United need to do in this game. Now, Fulham are quite rash with their defending. We've got a very high foul rate, and when you can dribble into the final third, you're going to give away free kicks, you're going to give away penalties, and that's why I've gone with the team that I've gone with. Dribblers, runners, people that are going to try and make something different happen. Defensively, they are more comfortable defending crosses and width attacking, as both centre-halves are good in the air. Edinson Cavani is a constant threat in that area. So even though they'll feel like they're strong in that area, I still think that you can get in behind them and make them panic a little bit create overloads, look for cutbacks maybe instead of hopeful crosses into the box. It's time to get back on track, rebuild some momentum, and push ourselves into the final with some confidence. That's what I think is the key to beating this Fulham team. Let me know in the comments, do you agree, do you disagree? Give us your first goal scorers. If you get the first goal scorer and the minute correct, I'll give away one of the green and gold shirts. Now, we're cruising at around about 800 of these sold. There are only going to be 1,000 made. If you would like one, the link for these will be in the description, and you're going to have to be quick. We finished the pre-order on the 31st of May, but I don't think we're going to even make it to the 31st of May. I think they're all going to have gone by then. So if you want one, move fast. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.